SHAWN James, the acclaimed outdoorsman, photographer, freelance writer, and popular online content creator, has captured the hearts of over 2 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, Reliance. Through his engaging and insightful videos, SHAWN shares his passion for outdoor living.
I always wanted to live in a cabin in the wilderness, and just got to that point in my life where I said, I need this for my happiness and just to be a better father and better husband. I need to be the best that I can be, and that's where I shine.
Inspiring many to embrace a lifestyle less dependent on public utilities and commercial products. His goal is to educate those interested in self-sustainability, helping them become as independent as possible from external systems and resources. Recently, SHAWN's dedicated followers grew concerned as the very lifestyle he championed appeared to be threatened, prompting him to rethink and adjust his plans. Despite this, SHAWN's love for the outdoors, sparked in his youth, continues to fuel his endeavors and inspire his audience. SHAWN James, born on April 10, 1970 in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, grew up in a middle-class family surrounded by farmland and a small forest. His childhood was spent exploring nature, building forts, and observing wildlife, which sparked a fascination with snakes that he kept as pets. Family camping trips and fishing excursions to nearby Honey Harbor further nurtured his connection with the natural world. At the age of 11, SHAWN received a book titled Two Little Savages by Ernest Thompson Seton, a story about two boys building shelters in the woods. This book inspired him to dream of similar adventures and ignited his interest in self-reliant living. He and a friend began constructing their own outdoor shelter and even braved the winter sleeping in it. SHAWN's adventurous spirit continued to grow, leading him to participate in various outdoor activities, including canoeing and kayaking trips. During his teenage years, SHAWN James was also passionate about hockey. At just 12 years old, he had the opportunity to demonstrate an Eskimo role in a kayak to hockey legend Wayne Gretzky. By 15, SHAWN and his friends embarked on a week-long canoeing trip from 6 Mile Lake to Georgian Bay, followed by another week-long adventure on the French River in Canada the next year. SHAWN's journey to self-reliance gained significant momentum when, as a teen, he read Henry David Thoreau's Walden. The book's philosophy of simple, solitary living resonated deeply with him, and he dedicated his life to achieving that dream. With determination and hard work, SHAWN saved money from roofing and construction jobs, enabling him to purchase an island property at Whitestone Lake at the age of 17. He quit school and hand-built a small log cabin in the woods, where he lived for a few years, fully immersing himself in a lifestyle centered around hunting, fishing, and connecting with nature. However, SHAWN's parents reminded him of the necessity to pay his real estate taxes, prompting a return to the city to work. Taking various odd jobs, SHAWN was eventually introduced to the sheet metal industry. He eagerly absorbed all he could about the trade, working alongside his father in construction for the next 8 years. SHAWN became deeply immersed in the industry, ultimately establishing his own commercial roofing and sheet metal business. Along the way, he gained extensive knowledge in structural engineering, waterproofing, and general building practices. SHAWN also built a family and enjoyed a comfortable life until the 2008 recession hit America. His sheet metal business had been thriving, and he had aggressively invested in properties. However, the recession severely impacted several industries, including his own. SHAWN faced significant financial challenges, accumulating enormous debt as the guarantor of all his business decisions. This period was personally devastating for him. He could easily have blamed the market downturn caused by the recession, but ultimately, SHAWN realized that his own overly bold business ventures were the real issue. He had bought too many properties, leaving himself with no financial cushion, a significant oversight, especially considering he had a wife and 2 kids. This realization reignited his desire for the simple life, craving the outdoors and recalling the satisfaction of building a log cabin with a friend using no power tools. Raising his kids with a love for camping made the transition back to a simpler life easier. For SHAWN, being in the wilderness felt natural. Changing his lifestyle wasn't a big deal. It aligned with his innate connection to nature. His journey towards simplicity began with his love of sailing. Although he eventually owned powerboats, he started humbly with a small, inexpensive canoe and later moved to a 15-foot boat with a 15-horsepower motor. From there, SHAWN upgraded to a 90-horsepower boat and eventually to a 35-foot boat with two 237-horsepower engines. However, as he tried to keep up with the Joneses, he felt a growing disconnect from the water. Part of his simplification process involved shedding these possessions and returning to his roots of canoeing, fishing, and using hand tools to build a log cabin he could call home. His ultimate goal was to set himself up in a natural place where he had always wanted to be. When the opportunity arose to leave behind his busy city life and simplify, SHAWN seized it. With 8 years of experience in the construction business, he had the knowledge and skills needed to build a homestead. This time, he aimed to avoid the constraints of building codes and regulations regarding structure size and materials. To do this, he sought out a suitable location in an unorganized township in Canada, an area without local administration or elected officials to enforce municipal regulations and services. This choice allowed him the freedom to create his ideal off-grid sanctuary. SHAWN found a piece of land within a reasonable distance of major centers, allowing him to build a home without adhering to building codes and zoning restrictions. The location was ideal, providing his family access to amenities and emergency services if needed. For those unfamiliar with SHAWN, he initially came across as antisocial, but he was simply more of a loner by nature. He strongly believed in being as self-reliant as possible, advocating that people should take responsibility to reduce their burdens on others and the environment. The more SHAWN learned to care for himself, the better equipped he was to help others. This philosophy fueled his passion for YouTube, a social media and video sharing platform he discovered in 2013 and fully embraced by 2015. Through his channel, he could share his journey and knowledge, inspiring many to pursue self-reliant living. YouTube opened up many doors for people to explore new possibilities. When SHAWN became a YouTuber, he initially saw it as a way to share his experiences, not as a potential career. At first, he found it odd that a 49-year-old man like himself would be filming his work in the woods. He even sensed that his daughter found it strange, too. However, after discovering videos by Larry Hyatt, who shared outdoor adventures in Algonquin, SHAWN was inspired by the content and grateful for what he learned from them. This motivated him to document his own trips, starting with the perfect canoe he found. As SHAWN began sharing his adventures, he received gift certificates from a company, helping to offset the costs of the materials he bought. Gradually, he built an audience and discovered ways to monetize his channel, which focused on his self-reliant lifestyle. SHAWN was surprised by how many people were interested in the topic, making it easy for him to pursue vlogging as a full-time career, given his passion for the subject. He was thankful for the many subscribers who made it possible for him to continue earning while sharing his experiences. Not only did he have a steady income, but he also started receiving various items through sponsorships. This support enabled SHAWN to keep doing what he loved while helping others learn about self-reliant living. SHAWN's journey as a YouTuber began in May 2015 with his first video titled Algonquin Park Solo 6-Day Canoe Camp Fishing Trip, May 2015. This meticulously planned canoe trip was timed around the historical ice-out dates in the park, showcasing SHAWN's dedication to his outdoor adventures from the outset. His followers were captivated by the sights and sounds he captured during this excursion, demonstrating SHAWN's early commitment to his outdoor journey. Continuing to document his experiences and share his expertise on his channel, SHAWN aimed to reach a broader audience and build a community around self-reliant living. His efforts began to bear fruit in 2018 when a nearly 5-minute video went viral, amassing millions of views and garnering significant media attention. This breakthrough propelled SHAWN to focus intensely on documenting all his outdoor activities and fully leveraging social media platforms. By June 2023, this viral video had accumulated 17 million views and nearly 12,000 comments. It effectively marketed self-reliant living as accessible, although SHAWN emphasized that it condensed countless hours and days of hard work building a log cabin alone. With a subscriber base exceeding 2 million, SHAWN has emerged as a prominent figure in the outdoor and self-reliant community, inspiring many with his adventures and insights. Through his YouTube channel, SHAWN shares practical tips, wilderness adventures, and insights into sustainable living. Initially captivating viewers out of curiosity about off-grid living, his content evolved to become educational and inspirational. SHAWN's tutorials are straightforward and actionable, guiding viewers through the transition to a simplified lifestyle. For instance, his September 2017 video on buying a property in Canada and turning it into an off-grid homestead exemplifies his informative approach. Beyond YouTube, SHAWN's impact extends to advocating environmental issues to a broader audience. He uses his platform to raise awareness about conservation and responsible outdoor practices, emphasizing the importance of living a balanced life, nurturing meaningful relationships, and prioritizing personal well-being. His dedication resonates deeply with his audience, motivating them to embark on their own journeys towards self-reliance and sustainability. SHAWN's experiences shared through YouTube encouraged viewers to consider a simplified lifestyle and prioritize family. The platform, as the second most visited site globally after Google, enabled content creators like SHAWN to earn substantial income, turning vlogging into a full-time profession. However, while YouTube provided opportunities to entertain, educate, and inspire, it also posed risks, as unscrupulous individuals could exploit it in various harmful ways. In a video uploaded in November 2020, which garnered over 1 million views, Shawn James revealed the heartbreaking reasons behind his decision to leave the home he painstakingly built with his own hands on his 20-acre property. One major factor was the encroaching development surrounding his once tranquil sanctuary. Over the years, thousands of acres near his property had been purchased by developers, signaling inevitable changes in his environment. Additionally, he cited concerns about the behavior of a particular neighbor, which likely contributed to his decision to move. This situation highlighted the complexities of living off-grid and the challenges faced when external factors disrupt the peace and serenity that initially drew someone to such a lifestyle. The relentless harassment from a neighbor due to Shawn's YouTube channel ultimately led him to make the difficult decision to leave his home. This neighbor, harboring apparent animosity towards Shawn's online presence, engaged in a disturbing campaign of harassment. They recorded unsettling sounds and played them loudly through speakers, disrupting Shawn's filming and even his sleep. Shawn expressed feeling targeted, stating, "These people are harassing me specifically because of my YouTube channel." The situation escalated to the point where the police intervened and warned the neighbors about criminal harassment. The tension heightened when the neighbors set up surveillance equipment near Shawn's driveway, monitoring his movements and those of his family. The purpose of this surveillance remained unclear, as did the fate of the recorded footage. In a shocking development, the equipment was later reported stolen, and Shawn unfairly faced accusations for the incident. This ordeal underscored the challenges and risks faced by content creators, highlighting the potential for personal and professional repercussions stemming from online visibility and the actions of others. The harassment from his neighbor escalated to online attacks aimed at turning viewers against Shawn, including threats and vulgar comments about his daughters. Concerned for their safety, Shawn's wife and daughters left their cabin, despite police warnings to the neighbor about criminal harassment. What was once a serene haven for Shawn, an escape from city life, had become a battleground, compelling him to make the difficult decision to leave. In December 2020, Shawn uploaded a video showing him planning the layout of his new homestead in a remote location he had mentioned years earlier. Starting over from scratch, Shawn viewed this move as an opportunity to apply the lessons learned from his first homestead. He was determined not to repeat past mistakes, confident that his experience would shorten the time required to build his new home. The new property, approximately 100 acres in the Canadian wilderness, symbolized a fresh start for Shawn. Despite the disheartening experience of being targeted both online and in real life, it also demonstrated resilience and the possibility of moving forward to greater success. Rather than dwelling in sorrow or dealing with deceitful individuals, SHAWN chose to focus on building a better future for himself and his family in a safer environment. SHAWN and his family made the decision to move on from the negativity surrounding their previous homestead. Accompanied by his loyal dog, Callie, SHAWN embarked on a new chapter, focusing on building new log cabins, gardens, outhouses, and energy and water systems. Through his YouTube channel, SHAWN continues to inspire others, demonstrating that strength and resilience can overcome even the toughest of circumstances. Thank you for spending time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We've also handpicked some videos we recommend you watch next. Feel free to reach out to us on social media or ask any questions in the comments below. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you again tomorrow.